Welcome back, everyone. Get ready to be crafty with Lindsey Gallagher from Johnny Appleseed. We're bringing the outdoor inside. So welcome, Lindsey.
Good morning, Chris. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, we're not yet to the full winter season and don't yet have cabin fever, I don't think. But this is a perfect time to get outside, take a look around your yard, see what nature supplies you can use to craft. So I brought 3 simple crafts to show everyone at home. And Chris, I think you can do these with me this morning even.
Possibly.
You good? Okay, so the first one we're going to start with are these stick gnomes or stick Santa Clauses there. So it's just made out of a small branch or a twig, yep. And we're gonna be careful. We can use adult supervision if you're doing this with kids. You're gonna use a pocket knife or some type of a whittling blade, and you're going to take the bark off. There you go. You're gonna take the bark off about the upper third of it, because what you're aiming to do is to create, like a light flesh tone, and then you're gonna slowly start to shape and sharpen the top into a tip, not quite pointed, but you want to show them there so it looks like that eventually. So what this is going to be is the head or hat of our gnome. And if you show the painted version there, you can turn them into a little Santa Claus with a hat and a beard, or you could do any colored hat for a gnome. So Chris, if you want to, I like to start with the hat first.
Oh, so
and
you can start with the beard.
Well, however you like. This, you can be creative, whatever you like first. But do your fluffy white beard on there, kind of down into the bark. Yep, you can use a template, a design to start with.
All right, so we're just going all the way around with the white paint.
And it's just acrylic paint, nothing real fancy special. Get it at the craft store, get it at the dollar store, let it dry, and then put your hat on there. Now, as you're working on that, I'll talk about our next project. With your gnomes in your winter craft scene, you might want to have a little animal friend. We're here, naturalists at the park. So why don't you make a porcupine to go with your gnome? I've got these porcupines up here made out of pine cones and pine sprigs. So all that is find a pine cone on the ground. I like these red pine cones, and then you can use a ball of clay or some modeling polymer and rip off a ball, and you're going to roll it and shape it into kind of like a little face and a snout. So it'll take a moment to get it to go where you want it to go. But then you're going to pull off pieces from a sprig of, this is really soft and fluffy white pine. Have these out in our yards, in our backyards there. And then you're gonna take your glue gun and just glue all of the pine needles in there. And porcupines are native here to the United States and Canada. They pretty well live all over the area of Canada, but they also live in the Western United States and the some of our northern states, so Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. They did used to live in Ohio. They were pushed out due to deforestation. Could you believe that porcupines actually climb trees?
Really?
Yes, they do. So they love forested areas, living in logs, climbing in trees. They're nocturnal. They're actually America's second largest rodent. The beaver is our largest. And I've got my adult porcupine up here, and then I've got my little baby porcupine called a porcupet, so that you have an adult and a baby with you as well. And the last very simple craft I have to finish your winter scene with your gnomes and your porcupines are just some of these little pine cone trees that you can put out. This is a simple piece of like a tree cookie, a branch or a chunk that has been sawn into small pieces, and then you just hot glue a pine cone on there, and you've got a little winter scene you can set out. All these little crafts.
Cute. And you could actually put some white paint on that for snow.
You could decorate with glitters, put some tinsel, any little bobs and bits that you want.
For like the bulbs for the Christmas trees. I love it. Some great ideas here, Lindsey.
Thanks, Chris.
Awesome. I can't wait to continue with my porcupet. So thanks for coming on today.
You're welcome. Thanks, Chris.
All right, well, don't go away. We are born to return.